to roll over a new changed economy policy which emphasis on liberalization. Rajamala model allowed to roll over new changed economy, emphasis on liberalization, privatization, and globalization. This was called Raman Rai models. Which emphasis liberalization. What has been impact on the recent economic reforms programs on the incidence of poverty in India? What has been impact on recent economic reforms? Percent Percentage of people living below poverty lines has been decreasing. What is low pace and inequality is increasing. Percentage of the people living below poverty is decreasing, but at so slow pace, slow pace, and inequality is increasing. As a byproduct of the economic reforms programs, byproduct of economic reforms program, public distribution systems. The targeted public distribution system aims to basically the persons living under below poverty lines. Public distribution system aims at basically the persons living under below poverty line. At present, about 23% population live under BPL. Revised targeted public distribution system provide them food grains just at reduced price of original one. In this scheme, center made available the food grains to states at less price. Who implement the schemes, 50% subsidy will be provided for such grain stock. Actually, there is also provision for double ration cards, green cards for those living below poverty line. Target policy system. What are its main features? Single persons living under the poverty. At present, 26% population live under BPL. Revised targeted public distribution system provide food grain just at reduced prices of original one. In this scheme, center made available the food grains to states at less price. Food grains at to states less price. Who implement the scheme, 50% subsidy will be provided for such grain stock. There are also provision for double ration cards, in cards. Those living below poverty line and red ration card for other families. Ration card, green cards. The measure to consider who are below poverty line will be decided on the recommendation of the Lakadwala committee. Measures to consider below poverty line will be decided on the recommendation of Lakadwala committee. Decide. This program aims at providing food security to families who cannot afford the market rate. Aims to providing food security to families who cannot afford the market rates, reducing the providing education the reduced price of the original ones. Economic effects of black economy, parallel economy in the Indian economy. Black economy is the unaccounted money. Tax which is concealed. All illegal economy activities are dealt with the black money. It creates parallel economy. It creates parallel economy. It puts an adverse pressure Equitable distribution of wealth and income in the economy. It is like black dot in an economy. It leads to huge loss of revenue to the country's exchequer, which would be brought investment in the economy. Black money come into existence largely through tax evasion. Filled with this black money or illegal economic activities, it creates a parallel economy, inputs an adverse pressure on equitable distribution of wealth. Adverse pressure on equitable distribution of wealth and income in the economy. Due to less revenue collection, the government imposes more taxes at higher rates, eventually give rise to regressive tax structures. Because regressive tax, it leads to socioeconomic disparity in an economy, leads to production of goods for elite class at the cost of investment in exploited area. Large circulation of black money in the market promotes inflation. It sometimes violates the foreign exchange regulation. Foreign exchange regulation, which leads to transfer of this money to foreign land co. Foreign Regulation Exchange Act. FPR. It leads to corruption in administrative and political systems. Further breeds corruption. This vicious circle of corruption becomes steady. This affects the overall economic development process of the country.